Did you guys have heat last night? Because let me tell you who didn't, and let me tell you who I think probably did. And yes, it's about private equity. There is extreme cold in Pittsburgh, and many of the tenants at the Maple Ridge apartments have been without heat and have had to move to hotels. And guess who owns these apartments? A private equity firm. This is slumlord Stephen White. That's my opinion. He's the president and CEO of Vitus, which is the private equity firm that owns that apartment complex. And although in interviews, Stephen acts like he cares about the affordable housing units that him and his company buy up, for example, in this one where he worries about how climate change will affect residents. You mean like the climate change that's making it so your residents have to stay in hotels because your buildings don't have heat? That climate change? Stephen would probably be thrilled to talk to you about the Seattle Symphony, where he's a gold level donor. But you know what he probably doesn't want to talk to you about? The fact that last month, a child died and several other people were injured when a fire broke out in the Maple Ridge apartment complex. And you know what they found at Stevens building? And by the way, this is one of 130 federally subsidized properties that his private equity firm Vitus owns. The American Prospect reports that after the fire in this building, it has been brought to attention that a building's infested with rodents, and the tenants have been trying to get the building's heat problems fixed, etc. Now, one might argue, like, well, isn't this the management company's problem? I'm going to tell you right now, this is how private equity operates. They put the onus on the management company, but they have them under very strict regulations about how much money they can spend, what kind of things are done to fix problems like this. And so the mayor is explaining, the Pittsburgh mayor, Ed Gainey, says, well, we can't get a hold of the private equity firm Vitus that owns this building. I would try the Seattle Symphony. But now, Stephen, in my opinion, there is blood on your hands. Because this beautiful baby girl, Praise Lemons, the youngest of 4 children, passed away from the injuries sustained in the fire in your building. And the same goes to you, Scott Langan, principal and chief real estate officer, who no one's going to tell you this, but that haircut is a very weird choice. So is being able to sleep at night when you know you're a slumlord, in my opinion. This is what private equity does, y'all. They come in, they ruin communities, they allow people to live in absolutely deplorable conditions because they are deplorable. And then they get to sit in the Seattle Symphony in a beautiful seat and listen to music with money that they made because people are dying. My opinion, parody, joke. Again, no one's going to tell you, but they all make fun of that haircut behind your back.